Look at your hands right now, not at your nails, not at your rings. Look at the skin stretched across your knuckles. Pinch it gently and let it go. If it snaps back instantly, firm, smooth, elastic, your collagen supply is in good shape. If it takes a moment, if it moves sluggishly, if it doesn't quite return to where it was, that's not just aging. That's your collagen telling you something important. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what to feed it. Here's what nobody in the beauty industry wants you to understand. Collagen is not a cream. It is not a serum. It is not a powder you stir into water once a day and forget about. Collagen is a living protein. Your body builds it, breaks it down, rebuilds it, and maintains it continuously every single day, and the raw materials for that process come almost entirely from what you eat. The global collagen supplement market is worth over $6 billion. $6 billion. And a significant portion of that money is spent on products that have minimal impact on the collagen already living in your skin, your joints, your tendons, and your gut, because they're addressing the symptom while ignoring the cause. The cause is your diet. Specifically, whether your diet is giving your body the precise combination of proteins, vitamins, and minerals it needs to build and protect collagen from the inside out. Today, I'm going to walk you through 20 of the most collagen-rich, collagen-boosting, collagen-protecting foods on the planet. Foods that work through real, documented biochemical mechanisms. Foods you can find at your grocery store, your local market, your kitchen pantry. Starting today, stay with me through this entire list, because number 7 is a food most people eat exactly once a year at a holiday table, without realizing they're sitting in front of one of the most powerful collagen-building meals in existence. And number 14 is a humble fruit that gram for gram delivers more collagen-activating power than almost anything else growing on this earth. And most people in the Western world have never even heard its name. Let's get into it. Item 1, bone broth. 1. Bone broth, the foundation of everything. If you've done any research on collagen, you've encountered bone broth. And there's a reason it keeps showing up at the top of every legitimate list. Because nothing else in the food world delivers what bone broth delivers in a single cup. Here's the science. Bone broth is made by simmering animal bones, beef, chicken, pork, fish, for an extended period, typically 12 to 24 hours, with water and a small amount of acid, usually apple cider vinegar. That acid is doing critical work. It draws minerals out of the bone matrix, calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, while the heat breaks down the structural proteins locked inside the bones and connective tissue. What releases during that long, slow simmer are 3 specific amino acids, glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. These are not just any amino acids. These are the 3 amino acids that form the triple helix structure of collagen, the twisted, rope-like protein architecture that gives your skin its elasticity, your joints their cushion, and your tendons their tensile strength. When you drink bone broth, you are supplying your body with preformed collagen building blocks in the exact ratio your cells need them. Studies published in journals, including nutrients, have shown measurable improvements in skin elasticity, skin hydration, and joint comfort in people who consume collagen peptides, which is essentially the bioactive form bone broth provides, over periods as short as 8 weeks. But bone broth goes further than a supplement. It also contains glycosaminoglycans, complex sugars that support the cushioning material in your joints, and it contains gelatin, which coats and soothes your gut lining, improving nutrient absorption across the board. A healthy gut absorbs more of the collagen-building nutrients from every other food on this list. Make it yourself. Use quality bones. Simmer long and slow. Drink it warm. Use it as a base for soups and stews, and watch what happens to your skin within a month. Item 2, chicken with skin. 2. Chicken, specifically cooked with the skin and joints. Boneless, skinless chicken breast is one of the most popular proteins in the world. And from a lean protein standpoint, it earns that reputation. But for collagen, you're eating the least useful part of the bird. The collagen in chicken is concentrated in the skin, the cartilage around the joints, the tendons, and the ligaments. This is not a coincidence. It's biology. The same reason that the majority of commercial collagen supplements on the market are derived from chicken collagen is the reason you should be eating the whole bird rather than just the breast. Chicken collagen is primarily type 2 collagen. Type 2 is the dominant collagen in your cartilage, the smooth, shock-absorbing material that lines your joints and prevents bone grinding against bone. As we age, type 2 collagen in cartilage degrades faster than our bodies can replace it, which is a root cause of joint pain, stiffness, and the grinding sensation that many people start noticing in their knees, hips, and fingers in their 40s and beyond. Clinical studies on chicken collagen supplementation, including research published in Clinical Interventions in Aging, have shown significant reductions in joint pain and stiffness in people with osteoarthritis. The mechanism isn't just structural. Chicken collagen appears to modulate the immune response that drives the chronic low-grade inflammation responsible for joint deterioration. Eat chicken thighs. Eat chicken wings. Eat the skin. It is not the enemy. Cook whole birds. Use the carcass for broth. These are not indulgences. They are therapeutic foods with documented biological mechanisms. Item 3, sardines, 3. Sardines, the whole fish collagen package. Sardines occupy a unique category on this list because they are one of the only foods where you can literally eat the collagen directly. When you consume canned sardines, especially the variety with soft, edible bones, you're eating fish skin, which contains marine collagen, and fish bones, which contain the collagen matrix of the bone structure. Marine collagen, specifically type 1 collagen derived from fish skin, is considered highly bioavailable. Your body recognizes its molecular structure, absorbs efficiently, and puts it to work building and repairing the type 1 collagen that makes up approximately 80% of collagen in human skin. Research on marine collagen peptides consistently shows measurable improvements in skin texture, moisture retention, and reduction of fine lines over periods of 8 to 12 weeks. But the benefit doesn't stop there. Sardines are one of the richest dietary sources of omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA specifically. And here's the part most people miss. Those omega-3s are actively protecting your existing collagen from breakdown. Inflammation is one of collagen's primary enemies. Every time your inflammatory pathways activate, from stress, poor diet, environmental toxins, UV exposure, enzymes called matrix metalloproteinases or MMPs get switched on. MMPs are collagen-degrading enzymes. Their job is to break down old collagen. When they're working in balance with collagen synthesis, that's healthy tissue remodeling. When they're chronically overactivated by inflammation, they destroy collagen faster than your body can replace it. Omega-3s from sardines reduce the inflammatory load that triggers MMP overactivation. You're simultaneously adding new marine collagen and protecting the collagen you already have. Eat them on crackers, mash them into a spread, add them to pasta. Make them a weekly staple. Item 4. Salmon with skin. 4. Salmon, and this time, eat the skin. Salmon is one of the most celebrated health foods on the planet, but most people eat it for the omega-3s in the flesh and discard or avoid the skin. That's leaving some of the most concentrated marine collagen on the plate. Salmon skin is a rich source of marine type 1 collagen, the same type that dominates human skin and makes up the majority of our body's total collagen supply. The molecular structure of fish-derived type 1 collagen closely mirrors human collagen, which is part of why researchers believe marine collagen has such high bioavailability. Your body's cellular machinery recognizes it, processes it efficiently, and integrates it into your own tissue. A study published in the Journal of Cosmetic Dermatology found that marine collagen peptide supplementation improved skin elasticity, skin moisture, and skin roughness over a 12-week period, with effect sizes that were clinically meaningful, not marginal. And just as with sardines, the omega-3 fatty acids throughout the flesh provide systemic anti-inflammatory protection that reduces MMP-driven collagen degradation. UV radiation, pollution, chronic stress, and inflammatory diets all accelerate collagen loss. The EPA and DHA in salmon provide biological counterweight to all of those forces. Leave the skin on when you cook it. Pan-sear it skin side down until it crisps. It is not just edible. It is one of the most collagen-dense parts of fish. Item 5. Egg whites. 5. Egg whites. The amino acid engine. Egg whites have been reduced in popular culture to a low-calorie protein source for weight loss. But for collagen production specifically, they play a role that goes far beyond calorie management. Egg whites are one of the richest dietary sources of proline. Proline is one of the 2 amino acids, alongside glycine, that your body absolutely requires to synthesize new collagen. Without proline, collagen production simply doesn't happen at the rate your body needs it to. Here's why proline is so structurally important. Collagen is built as a triple helix. 3 protein strands wound around each other. Proline is the amino acid that gives those strands a specific rigid shape needed to form that helix. When proline gets chemically modified during collagen synthesis into a compound called hydroxyproline, it locks the helix into its stable, functional form. No proline means no triple helix. No triple helix means no functional collagen fiber. Your body can synthesize some proline on its own, but dietary intake significantly increases the supply available for collagen production, especially when your body is under the increased demand that comes with age, exercise, injury, or inflammation. Egg whites also contain glycine in smaller amounts, and they're rich in lysine, another amino acid that plays a direct role in the collagen cross-linking process we'll discuss in more detail shortly. 2 to 3 eggs daily, prepared any way you prefer, delivers a meaningful and consistent supply of collagen amino acid precursors. Item 6. Citrus fruits. 6. Citrus fruits, the collagen ignition switch. Now we shift from foods that provide the raw materials for collagen into the equally critical category of foods that activate the process of building it. And nothing in this category matters more than vitamin C. Oranges, lemons, limes, grapefruit. These are famous for their vitamin C content. And when it comes to collagen, that reputation is completely deserved. But most people don't understand exactly why vitamin C is so essential. It's not just a general health nutrient. It is the biochemical key that unlocks the entire collagen synthesis process. Here's the mechanism. After your body assembles the initial collagen chain from amino acids, an enzyme called prolyl hydroxylase has to chemically modify proline into hydroxyproline, the stabilized form of the amino acid that actually gets incorporated into the final collagen fiber. Prolyl hydroxylase is completely and non-negotiably dependent on vitamin C to function. No vitamin C means prolyl hydroxylase shuts down. Prolyl hydroxylase shuts down means no hydroxyproline. No hydroxyproline means no stable collagen fiber. This is precisely why vitamin C deficiency, the condition we know as scurvy, manifests as catastrophic collagen breakdown. Gums bleed, wounds refuse to heal, old scars reopen, skin deteriorates. Every single symptom is collagen collapsing at the molecular level. But vitamin C doesn't just activate synthesis. It's also a powerful antioxidant that directly protects existing collagen fibers from oxidative damage caused by UV radiation, pollution, and metabolic byproducts. A medium orange provides approximately 70 milligrams of vitamin C. Research on skin health suggests optimal intake for collagen purposes may be in a range of 200 to 500 milligrams daily, easily achievable through a diet that consistently includes citrus. Start your morning with lemon in your water. Snack on an orange. Add grapefruit to breakfast. These small habits are activating your entire collagen production system every single day. Item 7. Oysters. 7. Oysters. The holiday superfood most people don't realize they're eating. This is the one I mentioned at the top of the video. The food most people encounter once or twice a year, at a celebration, a holiday dinner, a special occasion, without having any idea that they are eating one of the most nutritionally dense, collagen-supporting foods that exists in the natural world. Oysters contain more zinc per serving than any other food on Earth. A single serving of 6 raw oysters provides approximately 32 milligrams of zinc, nearly 3 times the recommended daily intake for an adult. And zinc is absolutely essential for collagen synthesis in a way that is no workaround. Here's what zinc does. The same enzyme we discussed, prolyl hydroxylase, which vitamin C activates, also requires zinc as a cofactor. Additionally, zinc is needed for the enzymes involved in collagen cross-linking and structural stabilization. Without adequate zinc, the collagen construction process is fundamentally incomplete. You can have all the amino acids, all the vitamin C, all the right dietary inputs, but if zinc is insufficient, the machinery breaks down. But oysters don't just deliver zinc. They're also rich in copper, which supports the Lysine oxidase enzyme responsible for the final cross-linking of collagen chains into durable, structurally organized networks. They contain glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, the actual amino acid building blocks of collagen, delivered in a complete animal protein package. They provide omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin B12, iron, and selenium. Oysters are, in a single food, a concentrated package of collagen precursors, cofactors, and protective antioxidants. Traditional coastal cultures across Asia, Europe, and the Americas prize shellfish for sustaining vitality and physical strength. Modern nutritional science has mapped out exactly why. You don't need to eat them daily. Even once or twice a week, as a regular feature of your diet, delivers zinc at a level and bioavailability that no plant food can match. Fresh, smoked, canned, all forms are nutritionally valuable. If you're seeing the pattern here, that your skin and joints don't age because of time passing, but because of specific nutritional gaps your body has been quietly struggling with, do me a favor and hit that like button right now. It tells the algorithm this information is worth reaching more people, and frankly, it deserves to. Subscribe if you haven't already. We cover nutrition, longevity, and evidence-based wellness every week, and I want you to be part of this community. Now, let's keep going. We're only halfway through, and the next 13 foods include some of the most surprising science on this entire list. Item 8, bell peppers. 8. Red bell peppers. The most underestimated vitamin C source in your grocery store. Here's a fact that genuinely surprises most people. A single medium red bell pepper contains approximately 190 milligrams of vitamin C, roughly twice what you get from a medium orange. Most people associate citrus with vitamin C and never think about bell peppers beyond their role as a salad ingredient. That's a significant nutritional oversight. Red bell peppers don't just supply massive amounts of vitamin C. They're also rich in beta-carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A. Vitamin A is critical for skin cell turnover, the process by which your body replaces old, damaged skin cells with fresh new ones. Without adequate vitamin A, skin cell renewal slows, surface cells accumulate damage, and the overall quality of your skin's appearance degrades regardless of how much collagen is present underneath. Additionally, red bell peppers contain quercetin, a flavonoid with potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, and luteolin, which has been studied for its ability to protect skin against UV-induced damage, the same UV damage that activates those collagen-degrading MMP enzymes we keep encountering. Slice them raw into every salad. Roast them with olive oil and garlic. Add them to stir-fries and grain bowls. They are affordable, deeply versatile, and delivering one of the most important micronutrients for your collagen system in every single bite. Item 9. Berries. 9. Berries. Your collagen's bodyguard. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries. These aren't just delicious. They are among the most powerful defenders of your existing collagen supply. Here's the insight that changes how you think about aging. Collagen production is only half the equation. The other half is collagen protection. Your body produces collagen continuously, but it also loses it continuously through UV radiation, through glycation caused by high blood sugar, through oxidative stress from environmental toxins, through the chronic low-grade inflammation that modern life generates relentlessly. What we experience as skin aging is largely the result of collagen loss outpacing collagen production. To slow that process, you need to protect what you've already built just as much as you need to build more. That's where berries come in. Berries are loaded with anthocyanins, the deep red, purple, and blue pigments that give them their color. Anthocyanins are among the most potent antioxidants found in any food. They neutralize free radicals before those free radicals can attack and degrade collagen fibers. Research also shows that anthocyanins directly inhibit the inflammatory pathways that trigger MMP activation, those collagen-degrading enzymes that show up as your skin's enemies throughout this entire list. Strawberries add a full serving's worth of vitamin C, over 85 milligrams per cup, providing both protection and synthesis activation in one fruit. Blueberries contribute resveratrol, a polyphenol strongly associated with longevity pathways. A study in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry demonstrated that berry anthocyanins inhibited collagen degradation in skin tissue models, measurably and dose-dependently. A daily handful of mixed berries is simultaneously feeding your antioxidant defense system, supplying synthesis-activating vitamin C, and protecting the collagen you've been working to build through every other item on this list. Item 10. Leafy greens. 10. Dark leafy greens. The multi-layered collagen system. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens. There is no single category of food that shows up more consistently across longevity research than dark leafy greens. And their contribution to collagen health is more layered than most people realize. The obvious benefit is vitamin C. Leafy greens, particularly kale and Swiss chard, are meaningful contributors to daily vitamin C intake, adding to the collagen synthesis activation we've already discussed at length. But there's something deeper here. Leafy greens contain chlorophyll, the green pigment that drives photosynthesis in plants. And research published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that dietary chlorophyll may increase procollagen levels in human skin cells and exhibit photoprotective effects at the cellular level. Procollagen is the precursor molecule your body converts into active collagen. Increasing its production directly upstream of the synthesis process is a fundamentally different mechanism than simply supplying amino acids. Leafy greens also provide lutein and zeaxanthin, carotenoids that protect skin cells from UV-induced oxidative stress. They supply vitamin K, which plays a role in the carboxylation of proteins involved in bone and skin structure, and they deliver magnesium, required for hundreds of enzymatic processes, including protein synthesis. Eating leafy greens daily means providing your skin and connective tissue with a complex, overlapping network of collagen support, from amino acid supply to synthesis activation to cellular protection against environmental damage. The quantity matters. Aim for multiple large servings daily, not a token garnish. Item 11. Avocado. 11. Avocado, the shield your collagen didn't know it needed. If berries protect collagen from free radical attack, avocados protect it from a different threat entirely: the destruction of the fatty membranes that surround and sustain your skin cells. Every skin cell is enclosed in a membrane made primarily of fats. When those membranes are damaged by oxidative stress, particularly by a process called lipid peroxidation, cells function poorly, regenerate slowly, and produce less collagen. Keeping those membranes healthy is prerequisite to maintaining a collagen-producing skin environment. Avocados are extraordinarily rich in vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant that specifically protects fatty structures. Unlike water-soluble antioxidants like vitamin C, which work in the watery interior cells, vitamin E works in the fatty membranes themselves, donating electrons to neutralize free radicals before they can cause lipid peroxidation. Beyond vitamin E, avocados are packed with oleic acid, the same monounsaturated fat abundant in olive oil. Research consistently associates high oleic acid intake with better skin texture and moisture retention. The fat in avocados also significantly improves the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients from other foods eaten with them, carotenoids, vitamin K, vitamin E, effectively amplifying the skin benefits of every salad you add them to. Half an avocado daily is one of the most comprehensive single-food upgrades you can make for sustained skin health and long-term collagen protection. Item 12. Tomatoes. 12. Tomatoes cooked, the internal sunscreen. Here's a food that belongs in your daily diet specifically because of what it does to defend your skin against collagen's most relentless daily enemy: UV radiation from sun. Tomatoes are the richest common dietary source of lycopene, a carotenoid responsible for their red pigment and one of the most powerful singlet oxygen quenchers in human biochemistry. Singlet oxygen is a reactive species generated when UV light hits skin tissue, and it's one of the primary triggers for MMP activation, turning on those collagen-degrading enzymes and driving accelerated skin aging. A landmark study published in the British Journal of Dermatology found that participants who consumed tomato paste daily for 12 weeks showed significantly less UV-induced skin damage than the control group, a 33% reduction in measurable sunburn response. The protection was real, tissue level, and clinically significant. Here is a critical detail about tomatoes. Lycopene becomes dramatically more bioavailable when tomatoes are cooked and consumed with fat. Raw tomatoes eaten alone deliver far less usable lycopene than tomato sauce. Roasted tomatoes drizzled with olive oil or sun-dried tomatoes. The heat breaks down the plant cell walls that trap lycopene, and the fat enables absorption. Cook your tomatoes. Your collagen will thank you for it. Item 13. Pumpkin seeds. 13. Pumpkin seeds. Zinc without the oysters. We established with oysters that zinc is non-negotiable for collagen synthesis. But not everyone eats shellfish regularly. And for those who don't, pumpkin seeds are one of the best available plant-based alternatives. A 28-gram serving of pumpkin seeds contains approximately 2.2 milligrams of zinc, a meaningful contribution toward the 8 to 11 milligrams per day recommended for adults. They're also rich in magnesium, which is required for hundreds of enzymatic processes involved in protein synthesis, and they provide plant-based protein with a reasonably complete amino acid profile. Zinc deficiency is far more common than most people realize. It's estimated to affect over 2 billion people globally, particularly in populations that rely heavily on plant-based diets, where zinc absorption can be inhibited by phytates found in grains and legumes. Symptoms of suboptimal zinc status, slow wound healing, rough or dull skin, impaired immune function, overlap significantly with accelerated skin aging, and are often attributed entirely to age rather than the nutritional gap driving them. Toast pumpkin seeds and add them to salads, soups, and grain bowls. Keep them as a regular snack. They are one of the most nutrient-dense seeds in existence, and for collagen production, the zinc they deliver is irreplaceable when oysters aren't on the menu. Item 14. Acerola cherry. 14. Acerola cherry. The most vitamin C-dense food on Earth. This is the one I mentioned at the very beginning of this video. The fruit that most people in the Western world have never heard of, even though it is, gram for gram, one of the most concentrated natural sources of collagen-activating vitamin C found anywhere on this planet. The acerola cherry is a small, bright red fruit native to the Caribbean and tropical regions of Central and South America. It looks unremarkable, roughly the size of a large cherry, slightly tart. Nothing about its appearance hints at what's inside, but the numbers are extraordinary. Acerola cherry contains between 1,000 and 4,500 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 grams of fruit. An orange, for comparison, contains approximately 53 milligrams per 100 grams. The acerola cherry delivers up to 80 times the vitamin C of an orange by weight. This is not a rounding error or a statistical outlier. It is a consistent, documented biochemical reality confirmed across multiple cultivars and growing regions. For collagen synthesis, recall what we've established. Vitamin C is the rate-limiting factor in the entire process. More available vitamin C, up to a biological threshold, means more collagen synthesis capacity. Flooding that system with the kind of concentrated vitamin C acerola provides is the equivalent of putting high-octane fuel in an engine that's been running on regular. Beyond its vitamin C content, acerola also contains carotenoids, bioflavonoids, and other antioxidants that work synergistically to protect and build skin structure. Traditional communities in the Caribbean and Brazil have long used it for immune support, wound healing, and skin health, uses that modern ethnobotanical research validates. Acerola is available as frozen pulp in Latin grocery stores, as powder online and in health food stores, and increasingly in supplement form. If you're using a synthetic vitamin C supplement, upgrading to acerola as a whole food source delivers superior bioavailability and a richer antioxidant profile with every dose. Item 15. Amla. 15. Amla. 3,000 years of skin science. Amla, also known as Indian gooseberry, has been a cornerstone of Ayurvedic medicine for over 3,000 years. Ancient texts describe it as a rejuvenating tonic for skin, hair, and connective tissue. Traditional practitioners use it to support eye health, digestive function, and longevity. And modern biochemical analysis has mapped out exactly why. Amla contains between 20 and 30 times the vitamin C of an orange, gram for gram. But what makes Amla genuinely exceptional beyond its vitamin C density is the stability of that vitamin C. In most fruits and vegetables, vitamin C degrades rapidly with heat, light, and time. The vitamin C in amla is bound to compounds called tannins that protect it from oxidative degradation during cooking, drying, and processing. When you cook amla or dry it into a powder, it retains a far greater proportion of its active vitamin C than virtually any other source. This means that amla powder stirred into a smoothie, blended into yogurt, or dissolved in warm water is delivering a dose of stable, bioavailable vitamin C directly to the prolyl hydroxylase enzyme system that drives collagen synthesis. Clinical studies have shown that Amla extract reduces markers of oxidative stress, supports skin health, and produces measurable anti-inflammatory effects. If you're not using Amla, you are leaving one of nature's most powerful and time-tested collagen tools completely untapped. Find it at Indian grocery stores, health food stores, or online. Item 16, garlic. 16. Garlic. The sulfur secret your collagen depends on. Garlic appears in virtually every health and nutrition conversation in existence, but the specific reason it belongs on a collagen list is one that almost nobody discusses. Garlic is rich in sulfur, and sulfur is a mineral that plays a critical, underappreciated role in collagen structural integrity. The collagen molecule is held together partly by sulfur-containing cross-links between protein chains. These cross-links provide collagen with its tensile strength, the mechanical ability to resist stretching and tearing. Without adequate dietary sulfur, collagen fibers are structurally weaker and more prone to degradation under mechanical stress. Garlic also contains allicin and its derivatives, active compounds that inhibit MMP enzymes. We've encountered MMPs repeatedly throughout this video as the enzymatic enemies of collagen. Garlic's bioactive sulfur compounds help keep those enzymes in check, reducing the rate at which existing collagen is broken down. One important point about how to eat garlic. Allicin is most bioavailable before cooking. Crush or mince raw garlic. Let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes to allow the enzymatic conversion to occur, and then use it in dressings, dips, and sauces without heat. Cooked garlic still provides benefits, but raw garlic maximizes the collagen protective compounds. Item 17, cashews. 17. Cashews, the copper connection. Most people think of cashews as a satisfying snack or a base for creamy plant-based sauces. What most people don't know is that cashews are one of the best dietary sources of copper, and copper is essential to collagen formation in a way that is no substitute. Here's the mechanism. One of the final steps in collagen synthesis, the cross-linking of individual collagen fiber chains into the stable, durable, organized networks that give skin its structural integrity, requires an enzyme called Lysyl oxidase. Lysyl oxidase is a copper-dependent enzyme. Without copper, it cannot function. Without functional Lysyl oxidase, newly synthesized collagen chains cannot be properly cross-linked, and you end up with disorganized, fragile fibers instead of the strong, resilient collagen architecture that keeps skin firm and joints stable. Copper deficiency can produce fragile connective tissue, poor wound healing, and joint instability, outcomes that mirror accelerated aging even in otherwise healthy individuals. A 1-ounce serving of cashews provides approximately 0.6 milligrams of copper, around 67% of the recommended daily intake. They also contain magnesium, iron, and zinc in meaningful amounts. Add them to stir-fries, blend them into sauces, or eat them by the handful as a snack. For the collagen cross-linking pathway specifically, cashews are doing a job that very few common foods do as efficiently. Item 18, seaweed. 18. Seaweed, the ocean's cellular activator. Seaweed, including nori, wakame, kelp, and spirulina, deserves significantly more attention in Western nutrition than it currently receives, because it is doing something at the cellular level that almost no other food on this list can claim. Seaweed contains a family of compounds called sulfated polysaccharides. Research has shown that these compounds can directly stimulate fibroblast activity. Fibroblasts are the skin cells whose primary job is producing collagen. Most of the foods on this list supply raw materials or activate the synthesis process, but seaweed may be directly turning up the activity of the cells responsible for manufacturing collagen in the first place. A study published in Marine Drugs demonstrated that specific polysaccharides from brown seaweed simultaneously inhibited collagen-degrading enzymes and promoted new collagen synthesis, a dual action that makes it particularly compelling for anti-aging applications. Beyond these mechanisms, seaweed is one of the richest dietary sources of iodine, which supports thyroid function. Thyroid hormones directly regulate metabolic rate and skin cell renewal, and subclinical hypothyroidism is strongly associated with dry, thin, poorly regenerating skin. Seaweed also provides fucoidan, a compound with anti-inflammatory properties being actively studied for roles in wound healing and tissue repair. Add dried nori to your meals. Include wakame in soups. Try spirulina powder in smoothies. Seaweed earns its place on this list through a mechanism that most foods simply can't replicate. Item 19, beans and legumes. 19. Beans, the lysine foundation. We've covered direct collagen sources, vitamin C activators, zinc and copper cofactors, and antioxidant protectors. Now we come to a food group that leads with something different, lysine. Lysine is the third critical amino acid in collagen synthesis, alongside glycine and proline. Your body uses lysine to build a collagen chain, and then to convert it into hydroxylysine, another modified form required for stable collagen cross-linking. Like the enzymes that modify proline, those that modify lysine also require vitamin C to function, which is why consistently pairing lysine-rich foods with vitamin C sources is a strategy your body, uses to maximize every step of the synthesis pathway. Black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, lentils, and edamame are all excellent sources of lysine. This matters particularly for plant-forward eaters, because lysine is a limiting amino acid in most grains. Diets built heavily around wheat, rice, corn, and oats without legumes may be chronically insufficient in the lysine needed to fully support collagen production, even if everything else is in place. Research on legume consumption consistently shows associations with better metabolic health, reduced systemic inflammation, and lower rates of chronic disease. The fiber in beans feeds beneficial gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, which reduce systemic inflammation. And reduced inflammation means reduced MMP activation and slower collagen degradation. Beans are also high in manganese, a cofactor for an enzyme involved in cartilage collagen matrix formation. Black bean soup, kidney bean chili, lentil stew. Every serving is delivering lysine to the foundation of your collagen-building machinery. Item 20 Gelatin. 20. Gelatin. Collagen in its most ready form. We end where the science points most directly. If bone broth is number 1 because it provides everything your collagen system needs in a whole food package, gelatin is number 20 because it is, in the most literal biological sense, collagen itself. Gelatin is what you get when you cook collagen. The long triple helix protein chains that form collagen are broken down by sustained heat into shorter peptide chains. Those shorter chains are gelatin. When bone broth solidifies in the refrigerator into a firm, jiggly mass, that's gelatin. When traditional aspic sets firm, when slow-cooked chicken soup gels overnight in the pot, that's gelatin. Every culture that has simmered bones for hours has been producing gelatin without knowing the word for it. Here's why it matters so profoundly for your skin and joints. Gelatin is collagen that has been partially predigested by heat. When you consume it, your gut absorbs the peptide chains, short amino acid sequences that include hydroxyproline-containing fragments. Research suggests that these specific fragments don't just serve as building materials. They appear to act as biological signals to your fibroblast cells, stimulating them to increase their own collagen production. You are not just providing raw materials. You may be sending a molecular message that activates the building process itself. A randomized controlled trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that athletes who consumed gelatin before exercise had collagen synthesis rates in their tendons and cartilage that were approximately double those of control group. The effect was significant, reproducible, and has since been supported by subsequent studies. Unflavored gelatin powder can be added to warm water, coffee, tea, smoothies, soups, and sauces. You can make homemade gummies with gelatin and fruit juice, delivering collagen signals in a form that children and adults genuinely enjoy. And if you're already making bone broth from the first item on this list, you're getting gelatin every time you let the broth set in the refrigerator. The food cultures that maintain supple skin, flexible joints, and physical resilience deep into old age were the cultures that used the whole animal, that simmered the bones, that prized the gelatinous joints in a slow-cooked stew, that ate cartilage and skin without a second thought. They didn't know about fibroblasts or LYSYL oxidase or triple helix protein architecture, but they knew empirically, through thousands of years of accumulated observation, that these foods kept people strong, mobile, and vital. Modern molecular biology has confirmed, in precise mechanistic detail, what tradition already knew. Gelatin, cooked collagen, is among the most powerful anti-aging foods that exists. If you made it all the way here, you now have something that most people navigating the beauty industry never get: a complete, science-backed blueprint for supporting your collagen system from every angle using real food. Let me leave you with a framework so you can take this from the screen into your kitchen today. Build collagen from the inside out with direct sources: bone broth, gelatin, chicken with skin and joints, sardines, salmon with skin, egg whites, and oysters. Activate your collagen synthesis machinery with vitamin C, citrus fruits, red bell peppers, Acerola cherry, and Amla. Protect your existing collagen with antioxidants: berries, avocado, tomatoes. Cook with fat, seaweed, and dark leafy greens. Supply the mineral cofactors your collagen enzymes require: oysters and pumpkin seeds for zinc, cashews for copper, garlic for sulfur. Lay the amino acid foundation with beans and legumes for lysine and eggs for proline. This is not a supplement protocol. This is a food strategy. It doesn't require a prescription, a credit card, or a beauty counter. It requires a grocery list and a kitchen. And it's available to anyone at any age, starting with your next meal. Smash that like button if this video shifted the way you think about what aging actually is and what you have the power to do about it. Drop a comment and tell me which food on this list surprised you the most. Are you already eating gelatin? Did the Acerola cherry blow your mind? Are you team oysters now? I read every comment, and I genuinely want to know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button and hit the bell. We post every week. Evidence-based, practical, deeply connected to how your body actually works at the cellular level. Because the most powerful anti-aging strategy on earth doesn't come in a bottle. It comes on your plate. And now you know exactly what to put there.